The final trailer for Wonder Woman is dropped, and we finally got our first good look at one of her villains. We're breaking it down on today's Nerdist News. Folks, we are less than a month out from the release of Wonder Woman, and thankfully someone has finally alerted Warner Brothers to that fact. Now, the studio came under fire recently for what many considered to be an underwhelming ad campaign, but recently they seem to have course-corrected, seriously upping the number of advertisements with new posters, new TV spots, and just last night, an all-new trailer. And while past Wonder Woman trailers have focused mainly on the character's mythic origins and unique World War I setting, this one is almost all action, reminding audiences that Diana Prince can go toe-to-toe with anyone. And what would the first major female superhero film of the modern era be without an equally awesome and intimidating female supervillain? Of course, we already know that the god of war, Ares, is slated as the big bad of Wonder Woman's final act, but this trailer also gave us our first good look at the movie's sinister second-in-command. This masked madam right here, played by Spanish actress Elena Anaya. Now, we've speculated on the identity of Anaya's character in past Nerdist News reports, and based on all the previous clues, we came to the conclusion that she would be portraying Paula von Gunther, a cold-blooded German spy and saboteur that dates back to the very early days of the Wonder Woman comics. However, after carefully watching and re-watching this most recent trailer and reassessing all the available evidence, we've arrived at a new conclusion.
The boys in the trenches called her Dr. Poison.
That's right! She's classic Wonder Woman enemy Dr. Poison. We got it! Changed it up. For those of you wondering who Dr. Poison is, here's a little history lesson for you. Dr. Poison, aka Princess Maru, is a villain from the even earlier days of the Wonder Woman comics. Now, she debuted in Sensation Comics #2 in 1942, while Paula von Gunther wouldn't appear until 2 issues later in issue #4. As the name suggests, she's a master chemist, best known for creating a reverso poison that compelled World War II soldiers to do the exact opposite of what they were commanded. Of course, we imagine that some of this will be changed for the movie. For one thing, we already know that the movie is taking place during the First World War, not the Second. Plus, we imagine the filmmakers will come up with something slightly more terrifying than the reverso poison. I mean, are we really supposed to take a scheme seriously that can be combated with the concept of opposite day? But we wouldn't be surprised if there was some element of mind control to her plot. As Chris Pine's Steve Trevor says in the trailer, if she has her way, the war will never end. That suggests that maybe, just maybe, Dr. Poison could unleash a chemical that compels soldiers to fight past the point of reason. It would definitely tie in nicely to the motivation of Ares, who wants to extend the war until humankind has completely extinguished itself. But there's still one more big element of the Dr. Poison character that we're wondering if we'll see up on the big screen: her love of crossplay. In her earliest appearances, Dr. Poison dressed androgynously so as to hide her true gender from the men that she was working alongside, because apparently the glass ceiling even existed for evil Nazi supervillains. Now it appears from this trailer that the world is already aware that Dr. Poison is female, but her appearance definitely downplays her femininity, and that stands in pretty direct aesthetic opposition to Diana, who feels no need to hide the fact that she's a woman. Of course, at the end of the day, there should be no dress code for the superhero game, except for maybe the no nipples on the bat suit. Yeah. I gave you the butts, but I ain't giving you them nips. No, too far. Butts were the line, nips were over it. But what do you guys think? Is Warner Brothers finally stepping up its game and giving Wonder Woman the ad campaign she deserves? And are you excited to see Dr. Poison in action? And most importantly, how do you dress when you're headed to fight evil? Ooh, let's discuss. Hey everybody, be sure to tune into our live daily show, Nerdist News Talks Back. We break down all of the day's hottest stories, chat with the fans, and basically have a great time. You can check us out every day at 1 p.m. PST Monday through Friday on Nerdist YouTube and ProjectAlpha.com. Be sure to like and subscribe and keep checking Nerdist.com.